All right, let's see. All right, so that is the thumbnail. I'm going to talk about how I use these to stay healthy, and I'm also going to talk about how to get started. All right, so just so Trish, and I'm probably gonna have some of y'all. All right, so I tried to do this video last night, and it didn't go very well at all. And that, I keep forgetting about that light. I'm so sorry. Kind of better. I'm still learning the new house and how to better. Okay, on how to figure out where to put the phone and do the videos. So last night I want to share with you just kind of a quick run. Remember what I told y'all? They're going to be coming through. I wanted to do a quick video, but then just what we were dealing with my daughter. She has a lot of food issues, dietary issues, and how we, going through COVID-19, try to stay home, stay home, don't be going out. What can you go get quickly? And I'm going to tell you, I got everything from Publix. I went to Publix and I got everything from Publix. And what I'm talking about is culture food. So my daughter, for those that haven't been on this journey with us, for the last 2 years, my daughter has maintained a special diet because she cannot digest. Hey, you bought cabbage today. Awesome. She cannot digest any grains, oats, barley, wheat, any grains. She cannot digest rice, beans. She cannot digest potatoes and corn. Yeah, that's it. She wasn't digesting dairy, but because we have the goats here at the house, we have dairy goats. They're in milk. She takes the milk, and that milk reset her gut system. We've been through a ton of tests, and forgive me for my allergies. In the testing, she's not allergic to anything. She's not celiac, none of it. She just does not digest it. So yesterday, or the night before, we made corned beef and hash. No, we made corned beef and potatoes. And I should have read, I don't know what was in the corned beef, if it was MSG, because she doesn't handle MSG at all. If it was MSG or what, but it set her off. She had maybe a piece, about not even the size of my palm of meat. So maybe 3 ounces of meat. And the following day, her body stopped working. And it's still having problems, but we kind of rescued her. So I realized really quick we needed to do something immediate to help her gut start digesting. And what I had was I've done a video before a couple years ago about doing culture food at the other house. If I find it, I'll put a link in below. And I have a video about how to make kombucha in detail, but I had 2 old large. This is the large because this is that regular size you get. So this is the 1.5 liters of kombucha. I had made, not this one. I've already used it. And in it, it had turned to vinegar. So I knew I need to get a kombucha going. And all kombucha is once you have like a starter, you can even buy one from the store as a starter. It's sweet, it's fermented sweet tea. So I sterilized, I'll show you. I broke this out of storage, and I sterilized it. I need to put a thing on it to keep things from getting in it. And I made a batch of sweet tea. Now I had about 3 liters total of vinegar kombucha. So I made probably about this much sweet tea, and I poured my kombucha in it. And my kombucha was blueberry kombucha, so I put it in. And it's probably from here up. So the reason why I only did a little bit of tea is because I want this to quickly inoculate. And once it inoculates, it'll turn quickly. And then I can turn it into a constant system. So a constant system is I will literally pour more sweet tea in there, and I can pour it out the bottom. And I'm not flipping my system over again. You'll see that if you get into kombucha. So why kombucha? Kombucha, and I'm going to tell you, just my go-to person is Culture Food Life on YouTube. Go to Culture Food Life. She's going to tell you more. I'm just going to tell you life application of why. This has a great set of microbes in it. And so your probiotics, it's a quick probiotic, easily digestible. So what worked out really good for us is in my jars, I will take, so once this is done, I will pour it in jars and I will flavor it. And so usually I put blueberries in there, and you let it ferment on the counter for a day or two. You gonna come say hi? Hi. For a day or two. And then I'll put it in the fridge and it'll be good. So in it had blueberries. This ended up being our saving grace last night, was the blueberries. I gave her the blueberries, and that was what began calming her stomach down. And then I'm like, we have to go to the store and get more. So the blueberries had been fermenting in the kombucha, and it created this very fermented blueberry, and the probiotics in it was good, and it got things settling down. So I took all my leftover vinegared stuff and I poured it into a stash to start a kombucha going. And this is really good. It keeps your microbes up. And one of the things that she says on Culture Food Life is when you are drinking fermented, there's like the 3 keys of probiotics. It's kefir, kombucha, and fermented vegetables. Sorry. Fermented vegetables. Those 3 things you're going to give your gut. And when your gut is healthy and you have the right microbes in your gut, you're going to fight viruses, stay healthier. Your body's quicker to rebound and maintain itself and stay healthy. It works for us. So I got the kombucha going, and I just poured my leftover scobies in there, and that's where I kind of got to. So I'll tell you, we did that for her. I got her to take a little milk kefir. This is the one we like the best. We get this at the grocery store. And she did that. And by the end of the night, she threw up everything. So when I was doing the light feed, I'm like, I have to go. Her body then removed everything out of its system, which was probably good. So she hadn't really digested anything for the day. Hello. What are you doing? You gonna say hi? Hello. All right. So she really hadn't digested much for the day, and realizing, yes, her body was definitely miserable. So she did that, and then this morning, I think we put her back on some of this and some of that, and she's back functioning. Where she was done, she was sleeping, she was not functioning at all. So first thing we did was get the kombucha, and we started our own brew going. I went to the store, bought 2 of these blueberries and 1 ginger ale, and that's where we got going. You can get this from the store. You can go get a flavored one, and you can go watch videos. I won't say, I'm gonna post a video that I had a while back. I'm gonna go ahead and post that one, and I kind of describe how you go about making it and how it becomes perfect. So now that I have this going, I'll be able to share, and other people will be able to get going too. But it's a great alternative to soda and sweet tea. All right. Because it was so amazing, the effect of the blueberries. Hey, girl. Having the fermented blueberries. I went ahead and I bought a bag of frozen blueberries. And I'm going to show you. And what I did was I thawed them out because I didn't want it to be cold. I thawed it out and I poured the kombucha in it. So the blueberry kombucha. So let me show you. So you see the bubbles? That's good. That's microbe growth. You see my toes too. So that's really good microbe growth. Let me get a spoon. So then she'll probably eat this like a cocktail. So it's just blueberries. And you'll see the bubbles are a good indicator of bacteria growth. I've never have done this before. So what I'm doing is giving it a day or two, about 24 to 48 hours to ferment, to fully ferment. And then I will put it in the fridge, and then she will just serve it up. It'll be kind of a little added bonus that she'll have. So kind of, it's kombucha, but it's a little fermented blueberries. And I keep a lid on this, but you got to burp it. It's going to, otherwise it will explode on you. All right. So then the other thing I picked up. All right. So this doesn't look like much, but this is big stuff. So one of the things we used to keep is grape juice kefir. It's getting there. It's got some bubbles forming, but not a lot. So I don't have to keep holding this. All right, so one of the things I like to do is I had a grape juice kefir that was amazing, and I don't know what happened. I was cleaning out the fridge. I was in a mood, and everything I dumped. I went and sent this. I sent some of it out to some friends. I'm hoping they'll have some grape juice kefir to give back to me to inoculate. So I didn't have anything to inoculate to create a grape juice kefir. So it almost is like a sparkling wine. But it's, my husband swears there's a little alcohol. There's probably a midget of alcohol content, but not much. So one of the things to keep track of is Kavita. Kavita will have some that's called kombucha, but Kavita refers to the fact that it's kefir. It is a kefir something or another. So it doesn't, yeah, it's fermented water kefir culture. So I took this, I poured it into here, and I poured grape juice. So I'm hoping over the course of a couple of days, this will become grape juice kefir, right? We're hoping. And then once that's the case, she'll drink half, we'll pour grape juice in it, and it'll constantly inoculate. And it's just another probiotic. That we made from the grocery store. All right, so I'm going to quickly talk about milk kefir. So you can buy milk kefir. Milk kefir has another strain of probiotics that you wouldn't normally have, that you're not going to get from a kombucha or a kefir. Kids, I'm still learning how to video in this house. So you can buy it. I like buying it because it's so much easier. I know this sounds crazy, but we'd make it. So we would use the raw goat milk, and we've made kefir, and then we turn it into a kefir cheese. It reminds me somewhere between a sour cream and a yogurt. So I didn't have kefir seeds, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get kefir seeds because I've bought before and you use them. So my thought was I would get kefir milk and use this to inoculate, and I could start. It's a strange process, I'm not going to lie. It's a little bit unnerving because you would pour this into a jar, you would pour milk into a jar, you would put a cover over it and set it in your counter, in your cabinet in the dark for I don't know how long. It might be a day, it might be 3 days, 4 days, and you would let it culture. It freaks me out. I'm not going to lie to you. The idea of doing that freaks me out. But it's amazing. It's been absolutely amazing with our goats. So with things going on and not sure how easy it will be to feed her, knowing that she's going to have some definite issues, I bought this, and then I was giving grains, so the grains should really help getting the milk kefir going. And so I'll probably pour this into a jar and get it going, and I'll have to read on that how to do it, because I don't remember right offhand. But it smells, it's just, you're not going to be able to see it. It just smells, there you go. It smells like, I don't want to dump this on my counter. It smells like yogurt, strawberry yogurt. So I was going to do that again. Walmart doesn't carry the big bottles of this, but Walmart carries both of these. Then the last order of business is fermented vegetables. So this is fermented cabbage and jalapenos. So 1 jalapeno sliced, a head of cabbage cut, and I think I shredded it with my little grater. I salted it, I think 3 tablespoons of salt, and then I let it sweat, where it pulls the moisture out. I diced up the jalapenos, I put it in here, and I added salt water. And so it will get going. I think it'll sit on my counter for like 10 days. And then it will bubble, and of course I'm going to burp it. It's not there yet, but it is. I don't know if you can see it. Hoping it'll focus in. Right there. I don't think it's going to focus in. So what you can't see is there's tiny little bubbles. Tiny bubbles means fermentation is happening. So if you don't have 10 days and you want something, you can go buy this. This is kimchi. This is one of my favorites. They just changed the container. It's usually glass, which is vegan Napa cabbage, and it's spicy. It's amazing. Oh my goodness, I cannot even begin to tell you how amazing it is. That's what it looks like. It's like tangy and spicy all in one. I know one time I picked up a thing of kimchi and I'm like, I don't know about this. And I started eating it. I ate the whole jar in one sitting. And I was like, oh, this stuff's so good, it must be great. And then another time I went to go eat it, I could take 2 bites and I was done. So obviously when I ate the whole thing of it the one time, my body needed it. If you can also get one, again, Publix or Walmart has this. This is beet red, cabbage, beets, and carrots. This one's not open. Okay. This one's open. Show you what it looks like. It's like, it kind of reminds me of kraut. Oh, I made a mess. It smells so good. So the big thing about kraut or fermented vegetables is the juice in the fermented vegetables. So the juice is what's the most important thing here, not necessarily the cabbage. The juice, 1 tablespoon or 1 ounce of juice has more probiotics than an entire bottle of probiotics. It's fresh, they're alive, they're ready to go. When you get the stomach flu, remember when we dealt with the norovirus from camp 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago. Why I only had 1 episode of it and it was done and everybody suffered for days was I was taking a tablespoon of juice. That's what got me through. So you can go and get, it will say live. It's live and raw probiotic. That's what it says at the top. Live and probiotics. Live and raw, You can get kimchi. So you can get started and build up your probiotics very quickly, very quick. We have made our own probiotics, our own probiotics, different methods. Scoot your booty out. So I went and picked up cucumbers. I picked up green beans. And what we will do is I will make dilly beans. I will make fermented green beans. I'll make fermented cucumbers. These are actually our favorite, and we have them fermented. And I'll use this to help my daughter out, but I'll also use this to help all of us out. It's very easy. I think the hardest part with getting into it is just having an experience. So the first time I had this, I thought it was wretched. I'm not going to lie, I did. My body was really used to having stuff very sweet. It's tangy, not super sweet. And the more you drink it, the more you'll crave it. You'll actually crave this stuff. It's crazy. If you're the first time you drink it, your stomach gets a little upset, well, it's probably at war with the microbes that shouldn't be there, the sugar-loving microbes. So it takes a little bit to get used to and your body to adjust to it. But it's very, very healthy. It's very good, especially with what we have going on now. It can be very helpful. You know, this is just another version of probiotics. The kefir, the water kefir. The milk kefir. If y'all have any questions, just ask. I know I'm going to be getting off here shortly. You know, so you have kefir and kefir, water kefir and milk kefir. Each one has their own different sets of magic happening. And then your fermented vegetables. Give them all kind of their little thing. So that's kind of our magic potion of stuff. Not really magic. I mean, it's just amazing what will happen from it. And I'm using it to keep us healthy and keep my daughter healthy, which is the most important, keeping her microbes balanced so she doesn't have another relapse from a couple years ago. If you want to see what I'm talking about, go back to about January 2018. January 2018 on my Instagram. And you will see how she changed over 4 months. Literally, just of the inflammation and everything that she dealt with. I don't know. I will post again down there. But I hope this helps you. I hope if this is something you need, you can kind of see like you can get started right away. Right away, get going. I'll try in the show notes afterwards and stick some info going on. All right, I will talk to you later. I'm hoping you all have a great day. Stay safe. Hopefully you can safely get a run to the store to pick up any of these items and realize you can pick one up for now and you can pick one up to start your own cultures at home. This is definitely an easy way to stay healthy. So I will talk to you later. Until then, bye.